Hey, it's time of Dish with D. That's me. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. I forget what day I'm on. Yes, today is Dish with D's Wednesday Wisdom for Weight Loss. Thank you for clicking on this video and making yourself a priority. Thank you for watching Vlogmas. Can I thank you for that? People ask, is it hard to do Vlogmas? Honestly, it isn't because I do 5 videos, so it's 2 more, but it is 2 more on top of everything else. So hard, yes. Worth it, yes. So today's Wednesday Wisdom for Weight Loss, and we have our winner from our giveaway. Well, I'll insert the clip of me pulling the winner after we give a little spiel, because you gotta watch the video, you know? And thank you all who entered. It was absolutely fantastic, the amount of people that entered. It was so I have a few lists. Not too many people made too many comments, so I picked from the Facebook and things I get asked all the time. So we're going to go over a few things. So Terry F, let's do lunch. That's one of the things. Leslie joined Facebook, got a Facebook account just to be part of my Facebook group. I forgot about that. And as soon as you said, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that now. Yes. So it's so touching, you guys, that, you know, and a lot of the things and responses to that video or just to my channel were so heartwarming and overwhelming at the same time. A lot of you said the same thing. A lot of you subscribed and found me due to the positive things that I say here and the fact that I am positive about Weight Watchers. A few of you have said a lot of people aren't positive about Weight Watchers, so that's interesting. I'm honest about Weight Watchers. I give you my, when I'm not happy or I'm not doing, I definitely voice it. And a lot of times I do admit it is me. I do know that. And somebody said, you are working it, not reworking it. I love that. So yes. So, I'm just, like I said, you love my recipes, you love my support, you love my channel. And that is all a girl wants when she does something like this. She just wants people to find it and, and watch the content, and right now I am just flabbergasted. But we're going to talk about a few things. Somebody asked about skinny syrups and how I use them in powdered peanut butter. Now, you could use any skinny syrup flavor in powdered peanut butter. Remember, powdered peanut butter like PB2 or the Great Value Walmart brand, the plain peanut butter powder, because it's just peanut butter powder. It's not like, you can get flavored peanut butter powders as well. We're talking the plain one. If you put any flavor of skinny, I use all of them in there. It will make your peanut butter have that little background taste. Like if you use the maple bourbon pecan, you will have maple bourbon pecan peanut butter. If you use the peanut butter cup, which is probably my personal favorite to use with powdered peanut butter, you will have peanut butter cup peanut butter. If you use the cinnamon dolce, you will have cinnamon dulce peanut butter. So it really enhances the peanut butter, but it definitely has that little background of whatever the skinny syrup is. If it's salted caramel peanut butter. Oh, I'm just obsessed with doing that. That's probably one of my favorite things to do with skinny syrups, is put them in powdered peanut butter, because I could have because it's hard to find, the flavored powdered peanut butters. You can, they're out there, they're expensive. You can go to Walmart and get the Great Value of powdered peanut butter. I think you get the big old 3-pound jug. It's a big jug for like $10, and that'll last you a long time. And you have a few different things of skinny syrup. You have different flavors of peanut butter. And the more you add, the thinner it goes. Now, if you want to make it like you want to make a donut, or as Suzanne calls them, my D-nuts. Oh my gosh. If I remember to link the playlist of the donuts, I will. I always forget to do that. And if you ever say that and you're looking for that link, please say, D, where's the link? Because I forget. I don't watch myself back. I don't have the time. Nor do I like to look at myself back. You can make a glaze. You can make a glaze for your waffles, your pancakes, your donuts. For your fruit dip. Or you can make it thicker. All depends. So yeah, you could absolutely thin out that peanut butter powder and do multiple things with it. Eat it off a spoon, slip it with a straw. I'm not going to judge. But yeah, absolutely. Any of them will work. It just all depends on your palate. Like the honey cinnamon, which has become one of my favorites in cottage cheese, would be great in powdered peanut butter. honey cinnamon peanut butter. I mean, Peter just asked me yesterday about getting powdered almond butter. I haven't had it for a while. I will tell you the powdered almond and powdered cashew butters, which I haven't had for a while, are probably the worst tasting than powdered peanut butter. Flatter and just kind of, they definitely need a little bit of a dash of salt. If you're finding your peanut butter's a little bit, try a little dash of salt. Try maybe a little sprinkling of sugar substitute, monk fruit, Splenda, whatever you use. Just a little bit. It gives a little oomph. I've turned many people around who's hated it. Oh, I bought that day, it sucked. And I gave them a few ideas and they're like, oh my gosh. Same thing with skinny syrups. I bought this skinny syrup, I hated it. You have to work with things. Don't always give up, because there's sometimes you're using too much or too little, and you have to find that. For me, when I had gotten that cheesecake flavoring, it's not an extract, it's a flavoring, and it comes with this itty bitty dropper. Well, me thinking I know everything was just, I put way too much in there. It was horrible, and I'm thinking it's the stuff. And then I sat there and thought to myself, it's coming out of a microscopic dropper. Maybe you're using too much. And I was. So definitely lesson learned there. Less, taste, add. So that is something to take away from this video. Less, taste, and add. Because you could always add in. You can't take it out. And sometimes stuff is bad. I'll tell you that. So that's definitely and I'm going to go over also, if you didn't get to the live, I will definitely mention it here. If I remember to link, it's on the Facebook group. And if you're not part of my Facebook group, please email me, dishwithdee@yahoo.com. It's just easier for me to do it that way. I made a little printable for, we're gearing towards the end of the year. It's the end of the year. I'm not thinking goals yet for next year or what we want to do next year. We have to put this year to bed. Tuck it in, give it a kiss, and say thank you. And it's a year-end reflection. I put my little logo on there. And what we do is your top 5 accomplishments of this year. What did you do well this year? Because you did do something well, I'm sure of it. How can next year be better? What do you want to improve on? The biggest lessons you've learned this year. What are you grateful for from this year? And the hardest thing about this year was, and what I need to improve on. This is not to be shared with anybody. This is just your little reflection. And honestly, when you write things down and reflect, you'll learn something about yourself. And I want you to have a takeaway from that. Because in the next couple weeks, we're going to be gearing up for next year. We're going to start thinking future. I don't want to go into January still thinking about this year. We're putting it to bed. We're dealing with what we went through. And we're putting it to bed. Because you don't want to bring baggage from this year into next year. You don't. You want to get it out, cathartic with it, have a little funeral, put it to bed. And then we will move on from there, because you can't wallow in the past. Learn from the past, but don't wallow in it. People say, should you look back? Should you not look back? You gotta look forward. You can look back occasionally, but I wouldn't sit there looking back too much. You could just take a gander, but that's all we want to do. We want to look to the future, because you can't change the past. You can't. You can only change your future and your decisions and your choices. So this is, and if you want to hang this up, the year, to just go back to it and always try to remember these things, that's absolutely a great idea. I don't think that's a bad idea. But that is what we talked about on Monday's Live. And if you want to come to next Monday's Live, it is on Zoom. All the information is in the Facebook group. If you're not part of that because you don't do Facebook, too much drama, I totally understand that. Email me, we can talk. But back to Wednesday Wisdom. I often talk about, since we're going into a new year, realistic weight loss goals. Some of us, think, oh, I don't know what my weight loss goal should be, or I want to, or you would listen to what Weight Watchers tells us. And again, I'm positive Weight Watchers, but when it comes to picking weight loss goals, they're not so hot. They have that old BMI chart that is very outdated, doesn't take into consideration anything, just your height, weight, age, gender. Well, there's more to my weight loss than my height, age, wage, and gender. There's my history. There's my past. Again, we really don't want to look in the past, but when you have somebody who's had a significant amount of weight, overweight. She's been obese for most of her life, morbidly for probably the past 20 years. So you're going to sit there and tell this girl she should be 125 pounds? Yeah, I don't know about that. That's just a little bit, because you want to be successful. Would I be successful at 125 pounds? No, I don't think I can get to 125 pounds. I mean, that should be my ideal weight, probably, or 130, something like that. That's insanity. And here's the thing for me. I am not spending the rest of my life, or even the next 10 years when I really give a shit, about trying to fit into that mold that I'm just going to be fighting with. What good is that if I'm constantly battling with a number that it's just I can't reach? So I just highly recommend you find a realistic goal that you can maintain, because just because I'm 20 pounds heavier than what Weight Watchers tells me doesn't mean I'm not healthy. You know? Just because I'm a size 10 and not a size 6 doesn't mean I'm not healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have this, what society tells us is healthy, and what we really know is healthy. You know, oh, size 10, size 26. Ooh, I need to be a size 6. I mean, if you can maintain that, I applaud you. I do, because I know I can't. You know what? Know who you are. Know what you're capable of, and know what you want to spend the rest of your life struggling with. That's the bottom line. That's the big secret. Do you want to spend the rest of your life on diet mode on your app because you need to get to that certain number or dress size? Me? When I hit goal, I think I told you, this is the sweater I talked about in last night's live. The first thing I bought at Banana Republic, and it's way too big, but it's the first thing I bought at a regular clothes store. I can never go in there and shop. Now I can fit into a size medium there, and I am stoked. But this was the first thing I bought. No, I scrolled for that. But if you can maintain that weight, that's fine. But I'm talking to the people that are struggling every week, struggling. Oh, I need to get that 5 pounds off. Is that 5 pounds going to make or break you? Is it? Think about that. And I just scrolled to what I was going to say in my head. Oh, when I hit goal, I switched my app immediately into maintenance mode. Immediately. Somebody goes, really? You don't want to lose a few extra pounds to get... No. I have been on weight loss mode since 2016. This was January of 2020. It was 4 years. I thought, girl, you deserve a break. You know what? And I'll be honest with you. Adding those extra points in, I still lost. Shockingly. I lost another 4 pounds, 4.5 pounds. I mean, it's when I went back into weight loss mode that all went the hell in a handbasket. Because I wanted to lose 10 pounds. I thought, oh, since I've been in, maintenance mode now, let's try weight loss again. It's been downhill ever since. I have not lost since I made that decision in January of 2021. You guys remember that? You've been here with my channel long enough. Remember me going, I started the green plan. You remember that one? That's when I'm going to do the green plan, and I want to get this 10 pounds off. Yeah. Not only did I gain, I never lost it. So yeah, it's all about mindset. So I'm hoping that when January comes, like I said, right now I'm coasting. I am not really stressing over the holidays. I'm enjoying. Got my calendar. I have my days. And next weekend's going to be a busy weekend. Not this weekend. Nothing's this weekend. I have next Friday, the 16th, I have a luncheon. 17th, I have a night party. That is it for that weekend. Oh, and Monday the 19th, apparently we're going out to dinner. I was just informed of that from Steve. With the fam. We do this once a year. I thought we did it after Christmas, but I'm not sure where we're going. Might be Maggiano's. We love Maggiano's as a family. Steve collects gift cards from there, his rewards, and he saves them up, and we get them on. Usually it's around between Christmas and New Year's, but I think last year we went. It's a funny story. I don't know why I'm telling this now, but Timmy wound up having COVID. He's eating dinner, and Timmy was like not himself. Timmy likes to eat. True story. He's my son, and he was just not himself that night, and he's just kind of like I don't know. I think I'm just tired. He had COVID. There we are in the middle of a restaurant, not knowing it at the time because he wasn't showing one of the. His only complaint was he was tired, and Timmy's, he was just getting back from school, so that's not uncommon that he would be tired. But that was Monday. Tuesday, he had a fever on Tuesday. Wednesday, he tested positive for COVID. Oh yeah, so we think about that dinner every year. Like since I told we're going back to Maggiano's where the scene of the crime was, but yeah. So that and I love, and Maggiano's is family style. So girls and boys, we're gonna have a busy week, and there is a Knights of Columbus Christmas party the day after. I don't think I'm going to go to that, honestly. That's where they had the bad gifts, where I got the lights. So I'm not looking forward to. I said to the boys, "You go. I'm not even Knight of Columbus. You are. I don't even want to go." So I'm hoping you get out of that one, because yeah. And I said I'm not doing the Christmas thing. All right. Number 2 thing to take away: the realistic weight loss, realistic goals, being realistic with the food you eat. Remember, you have to like what you eat. Don't eat it because it's low in point. We go over this a lot, and I go back to this. You have to lose it like you're going to live it. If you're going to live the rest of your life eating something that you really don't like, I guarantee it's not going to happen. I guarantee it. Don't avoid things. Don't avoid pasta. Don't avoid rice. Don't avoid potatoes. Now you have to count them because they're higher in points. They're not. Potatoes are really good in points, actually. 2 ounces for 2 points is a nice amount of potatoes. Even 3 is a nice amount of potatoes. We have weeklies. So if you're really worried about that, even pasta. I know a cup of pasta is not a lot, but it's a serving. Should we be having servings? Yes, we should. That one took me a long time to learn. You know what? You'll get there. You will. But you have to keep consistent. Keep eating it. And you know what? Like I said, eat slower. That's help, because if you're the first one done and you're staring at everybody else eating, not very helpful. I kind of get up during dinner and just kind of pitter around so I'm still eating and I'm the last one done. Because this way I don't have to stare at everybody else going back. Timmy goes back for thirds, just so you know, especially when it comes to pasta. Oh yeah. Timmy's a big old pasta kid. He can have thirds. So I can't outweigh him because he's going to go back. But I can outweigh everybody else. But yes, definitely be realistic with your food. Eat what you like. Just eat less of it. Here's the secret. Portion control. That's the big secret. If you stick within portions, you will see that scale go down. You will. And everything is on your app for portions. Eat enough. Don't eat less because you want to lose. I'm gonna go to that blue dot. We all know how I feel about the blue dot. That's just, to me, that should have been, because how could it sit there and tell you that you're in the healthy eating zone when it doesn't know what you've eaten? Because if you're not tracking your 0-point foods, that app does not know what you're eating. It doesn't. So it can't sit there and tell you that you've eaten 14 points and you're in the healthy eating zone. That's, I think, why a lot of us undereat, because of that blue dot. I don't think we're eating enough. And you have to eat enough. We have weeklies. Do you really think Weight Watchers gave us weeklies and expected us not to use them? They didn't. They didn't. And some people, what they do is they divide their weeklies up for 7 days. So they have the same, you can do that. I tell you all the time, I figure I have to be around 28 points a day to get in enough calories. And I did that by tracking calories for a few days. I can never track calories consistently. That's just, wait. Somebody asked me about what was the calories for my whoopie pie. It took me 20 minutes to figure it out. I was like, oh my God. I give you a lot of credit for doing it. I do. It's a lot. And remember, and this is another really big tip, calories is one thing. It's one little blip of what you're eating. Why I like points is it's more than just calories, and food is more than just calories. It's fat, it's fiber, it's protein, it's carbohydrates. So they factor the best of the best for the lowest points. That's why foods are lower in points, foods are higher in points. Foods are higher in points because they have too much fat, not enough fiber, not enough protein. So calorie is one thing. If you've got my biggest advice, if you're going to count calories, you need to count macros. It's just the only way to see the big picture. If you're going to do that, you definitely need to know your carbs. You definitely need to know your protein. And you should know your fats. You just should. And if you're diabetic, you should be tracking that sugar as well. So I just highlight, and all the apps who track calories have macros. Like what I love about iTrackBite's Healthy app is they have that secondary metric. If you're following the old Blue plan, and you have to buy the Pro version, of course, but it's $25, I think, for the whole year. Once you scan it in there, it gives you your points and it gives you all your macro breakdown for that one, and it's scanned. Like, put it in, it's all that. I love that. I think that is a fantastic thing. So I highly recommend, if you're somebody that follows the old Blue plan and you're not on the iTrackBite's Healthy app, you should be, because and pay the $25 and get the macros done. It's, you know what, you need to, counting calories, like I said, it completely means nothing, because calories don't tell you anything, really. You need to know the breakdown, and that's what you should be looking for, because just because something is great in calories doesn't mean it's even good for you in anything else. You got to look at macronutrients. They're so important. And, you know, I'm taking this class and I'm learning a lot more. I have to finish it though. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see the breakdown of food, and, you know, and points make so much sense when you look at it that way. You know, I did a whole video on points versus calories and why I track points and why I continue. Tracking points is very simplified. It's simplified calorie counting in a way. Weight Watchers does all the work. And that's why some of the foods that are low in calorie are high in points. Just because they're high in, and you say, well, it's low in calorie. It is. But the base of that food is not something we should be having a lot of. That's why it's high in points. That point, giving it that high of a point makes us eat it less, because we don't have enough points to eat that much. Like, remember the nog I was talking about? I think it was the coconut nog. It was like a half a cup for, was it like 90 calories and like a ridiculous amount of points, and I didn't understand that. Well, it makes sense when it's high in this and not high enough in that. They don't want us sucking down so much of that. If they make it a low in point food, we're going to be sucking it down. It's not the best choice. You're here for weight loss and healthy lifestyle. So those are the things we should be geared towards. Not that you can't have them, but when they're higher in points, you're going to have less. It's kind of, you know, makes sense when you break it down that way. But make sure you're eating enough, because you need to. I'm telling you, you need to. And I lost weight eating on my weeklies. You know, you can do it. I mean, if you haven't eaten your weeklies for a while, you definitely have to give your body time to reset, and you will gain for a while, but then it'll all come back. Your body will reset, and then you'll go back into weight loss mode. Because if you've been robbing your body of calories, if you're only eating 900 to 1,000 calories, and you should be eating 15 to 16 or 1,700, and then you start to eat that, it's just gonna be like, whoa, she's eating too much. We're gonna put on a little bit of weight, and then it realizes, like, you know, this is what her weight is. We need to lose. It's almost like it's just like a starvation mode thing. It is a true thing, and you have to give your body time to get back into that. And remember, and I say this, I quote this a lot because a Weight Watcher coach, online coach, told me, when you're getting activity points for your exercise and workouts, Weight Watchers will never give you more than you burn. So you can't earn too many. It's like, oh my God, I get too many. Well, you're burning X, and that's why you're getting X. So do you need to eat them? Yes, because you're putting out all that energy and your body needs it. You know, it needs it. You're robbing your body because if you're over exercising and not eating what you should be eating, it's not healthy. It's not a healthy way to lose weight. It's not, and it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. It will. So definitely, you know, especially if you're earning a lot of weekly points, if you're really burning a lot, if you're one of those people that burns a lot, you work out hard, you run, you really work out hard, and you're getting like 10 to 12 to 15 fit points, activity points a day, there's a reason for it. You're putting out all that, and you need to replenish it. Not replenish it with crap. Like I say that too, like, oh, okay, I have like 10 activity points. I think I'll have a piece of cake. No. I mean, you could occasionally, let me reframe that. You could occasionally, but what I always tell people is that's where you get your cheeses. That's where you get your higher fat dairies. That's where you get your nut butters and your oils. Like, that's where you could sit there and make up a lot of that stuff through those points. And absolutely the occasional treat. Oh yeah, you know your girl. treats, and remember, there's treats and there's snacks. And I do suggest you fit in several treats a week. Don't wait once a month to have a treat. Have them at least twice a week. Pick 2 days that you want to have treats, whether it be ice cream, whether it be a mug cake. And I try to do, and this will be my last thing because I think I've talked too long. That is why I do the one and done mug recipes, because I want to have something, yes. But is it in there calling my name the next day? It does. So for me, that keeps me in check. I can't go back if it's not there. I won't open another package of something individual. But if there's a tray of whoopie pies, I'm going to go back and grab one. Heck, I've even eaten stuff out of the freezer. Because when that pull, when you want that food and you become, you know what I'm talking about, when you're like this. You only see the food, you don't see anything else, and you don't think of anything else but eating that food, you're going to eat it. You know, and if it's not there, you can't eat it. So that's why I do a lot of the one and done recipes, because I'm not going to make it twice. I'm too lazy, honestly. Even though they're pretty easy, I probably could. But in my mind, I'm making it once, I'm eating it once. And when you give yourself a few days of treats, you don't want them as much because you're eating them. The desire goes away when you're having it. It's when you put it on this shelf and it's like, oh, it's not time for this yet. I have to wait another week and a half. Yeah. That's diet mentality. You could fit in these low point treats. That's why I make them, to fit them in. So, okay. That is it. I've talked way too long. We're going to put the winner of the giveaway right in here. There we go. Let's pick a winner. First, I'd like to thank you all for entering and watching my channel and subscribing and commenting and all that fun stuff. So I love giving back, and I wish everyone could win, but there can only be one winner, so let's pick her or him. Rosemary Munson, congratulations. You are the winner. Woohoo! Thank you, Rosemary, for entering, and thank you all for entering. Rosemary, you are the winner. Inbox me your address, and I will get your box out to you. Congratulations, Rosemary Munson. You are the winner. Yippee! That's fabulous. So inbox me your address on Facebook or Instagram, or I think we're Facebook friends, or just email me at dishwithdee@yahoo.com, and I don't know when I'll get it out because I'm still filling it, so I don't know if I want to get it out yet. I did get this new mug. I don't know if you saw it, to put in the giveaway. It says, "You're doing great." So I thought this is such a great, positive way to start anybody's day. I thought this was so pretty. I should have gotten one for me, maybe. I don't know. But congratulations. Thank you, everybody who entered. I wish I could give everybody a prize. I do. I really do. Because I love you all. And you guys we're friends. And I feel like I want to give everything to my friends, you know. But I thank you all for being subscribed here and tuning in and listening and contributing to this. If you have something for next week's Wednesday Wisdom, please leave it down below for next week. I'd still want to do subscribers month because we still have a couple more weeks left. So I love doing your topics. So have a great rest of your day. Happy Vlogmas Day 7. I am filming this on Vlogmas Day 7 too. You think I'd remember the date? If you enjoy these videos, give them a thumbs up. But if you haven't hit that subscribe yet, join us here at Dish with Dee. If you know somebody that would like to be part of our community, you have the right to share this video, share our Facebook group, invite them. The more, the merrier. I will dish with you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 8. It's a vlog. We're going to, I don't know where I know what we're doing tomorrow. We're going to have a fun day. We're going to be home mostly, but I think we might have a trip to the Amish market because somebody requested to see the Amish market. So not that I need to go, but why not? But we will have a fun day together tomorrow. So ta-ta for now, my lovies. I will catch you later.